Hello, everyone. Good morning. Good morning. Oh, I'm missing me. Hi, I'm here. Welcome to today's Thursday Live. I have some really fun cards lined up for you guys. These are okay. Maybe it feels a little bit summery, but what is it? I'm going to look here. I've got a whopping 49 degrees here in Oklahoma, so I don't know. Maybe I'm not quite ready for fall and winter. So we're going to make some pinwheel cards. But these pinwheel cards have a little secret surprise inside. And I just realized I don't have my download. I'm going to have to go grab that. But let me show you what's inside. I was like, where are my measurements? Where are I left it on the other table. Let me show you what's the surprise inside. Consider this a paper hug. Oh, it's so cute. And then you just fold it like you would like that classic little box fold. And so I got another one here, a little birthday one. Look what's inside. Best wishes. By the way, this is also a card. All right. So it's also a full, we've got a fabulous card as well. So yeah, let me kind of put this back together. I'm going to bring my friends on the screen here. There we go. Hey guys, give me a second. I got to go grab my download. It's on the other side of the room.
That's okay. We'll keep them entertained.
Will we?
I try to.
Do what we can, right?
Exactly. Good.
Okay. Well, I got to tell you, I did something this morning.
Oh,
you did?
I did something this morning, and
what did you do?
Many of you guys know, 2 or 3 months ago, my husband found out he's diabetic. Mm-hmm. So it's been no sugar in the house. This is not easy. Not easy. So today, I've got to flip my camera around so you can see what I did.
What did you did?
Cinnamon raisin biscuits. And Christine and I took a bite out of another one. We're going to have these after the live
heavenly.
is over. Does that not look so good?
Is
your mouth watering?
Yeah.
So yeah, I did that thing. And so I made some cinnamon raisin biscuits for breakfast / it'll be, noon before we're off of here. But hey, breakfast all day, right?
It's brunch.
So it's brunch. So, okay. Shirley says yum. Yeah, if you guys, if you want, I can, in my newsletter, a lot of times I like to throw recipes in there. I don't like to cook. I hate to cook, but I love to bake. Love to bake. We'll talk a little bit more about that at the end of the video. But if you guys are interested in my recipe, I will put my recipe there in my newsletter. And Bren, I think you have a link. If you guys aren't sure if you've signed up, yeah, you can sign up for the newsletter. We put all kinds of stuff in there. You get color challenges or color inspirations, not challenges, but inspirations. And we keep you up to date with what's happening at Stampin' Up. Sometimes we do a product spotlight. Sometimes there's a free tutorial. Sometimes there's a recipe. I don't know. We just get creative, which, by the way, I have to tell you guys, I didn't send out the newsletter yesterday. I
was wondering. I'm like, wait a minute.
I didn't get mine, so
no, nobody got theirs.
It's all right.
We need to address that too. Okay, my server for my website has been it's a mess. It's a mess. It is. I think it's fixed now. Hopefully around 11:45 Central Time, you guys will all get the email that here's today's post. It's been a hot mess. There's, there were little bots that attacked the server. So we had to move it to another server. And when we moved it over to that server, there's all it's all that back stuff, right? All those backdoor codes and all of that stuff. Well, the code changed and, I've got a guy who's been helping me fix it, and he did great. Every time I turn around, I'm like, oh, new problem. Now we have this. Yep. Oh, now we have this. So it's been, thank you guys for your patience.
It's bad when your personal assistant sends you emails that bounce. So.
Yeah. That was the other thing, because you know, my email is Connie@simplysimplestamping.com, which of course is attached to the website. And yeah, every email I tried to send would bounce. Every email I tried to get would not come to me. So this has been going on since the beginning of October.
Yeah.
And yeah, I remember it was the October 14th and October 16th blog post. I'm like, I'm so tired of looking at these because I had to keep redoing it over and over, and you couldn't get the pictures full. It's friends, tech is not my favorite thing. Can I just stamp? Can I just create some really fun cards? That's all I want to do. So, okay, all that to say.
And I want to say on the newsletter, the best way to sign up is to go to Connie's website, simplysimplestamping.com. And when the pop-up comes up, sign into the newsletter that way. The email provider loves it when it's done that way, as opposed to just trying to add everything in. So I go to the pop-up and do it that way.
Go to the pop-up. Yeah, it pops up there.
Because you're giving your permission instead of us saying, oh, yeah, she has permission. So
okay, gotcha. Good. All right. Well, yeah, I hope you guys will, if you haven't signed up to get, you know, the newsletter and updates and things, go ahead and take a moment to do that. But
so Connie, I just want to tell you, I'm watching some of the comments here, and it is so fun for me to see all of these people that are like, hey, you don't live very far from me. Hello, my friend. And I love this community because it is truly just this community of people that have become friends.
Yeah.
Through this. And that just, I don't know, that just makes my heart happy today.
It does. And, you know, and I know I've mentioned it on lives before. I occasionally get some, you know, snarky little comments going, enough with the chit chat, get on to stamping. And I'm like, hey, I get that. Lives aren't for you, and that's fine. We understand. But this that we do, and the chatting with everyone and seeing who's on here, that's why we do lives. This right here, all these comments coming in, this is why we do lives. But, and also we chat for a while just to give everyone that chance to get their notification from YouTube and grab their coffee or whatever and get on and get ready to watch, create along with me. I know many people do different things when they watch the lives. I know a lot of them, they just love to be in that chat.
Yep.
All right. I'm going to move my computer over here. Shall we get started?
Let's get started.
Let's get started. All right.
Not with Brenda.
No, let's see. There we go. There we go. Oh, I hit a wrong button. Big time. Big time. Oh, no.
Oh, no.
Oh, no. What did I hit?
It's blacked out.
There. Oh, my goodness. You know what? Okay, you can't see it, but my computer covered my little board. There we go. Oh, that was frightening. I was like, what just happened? All right. Well, friends, we do have a free download because I had to run across the room and get it. So when you want to create these cards, you're going to have everything here. All right. You're going to have your photos, of course. What's great when you print this out, those photos are your first, you know, oh, yeah, that's the card, and choose to make it or look through your others. I know some of you have whole entire books of downloads. I love that. You've got your measurements. You've got your supply list. Here you can scan or you can click to watch the video again if you need to watch it. And friends, if you are in the United States and you're interested in any of the products I used on today's cards, that's what I used right there. You can follow that link and all of these supplies are going to show up and you can order what you need there. Friends, I would love to be your Stampin' Up! Demonstrator, and thank you so much for your support. Let's jump in. Okay, so for my card, I'm going to use actually, I'm going to use a bundle. I'm going to use a bundle, the paper tags bundle. Now, listen, this card, you can do it with anything, okay? There's no right or wrong. I know you're going to get creative. I just thought this was a really fun set, and I especially loved, consider this a paper hug. That sentiment was perfect for this card. So that's what we're going to be using today. I've got a Cajun Craze card base, 4 1/4 by 11 inches, scored at 5 1/2. And to that, let me kind of get all my pieces together here. Make sure I kind of have everything. Yeah, I do. Okay. To that, I am going to adhere. I got to find all my stuff. Okay. You know what? I'm not going to adhere anything yet. Let's hold, please. we're going to try that again. We are going to start here with a petal pink. This is 4 1/4 by 2. This piece of cardstock, other than it being 4 1/4, let me bring in my card. It's this piece here. It can be any size you need. I'm going to be honest. My other card is a different size because that's the scrap that I had. Just figure your scrap and you guys are going to be good to go. But as long as we've got that 4 1/4. So we are going to take our stamp and let's see, I need a couple ink pads. I'm going to get a Secret C and a Cajun Craze. So I'm going to stamp this in Cajun Craze. I'll stamp my greeting in Secret C. So we'll go ahead and get those opened up. All right. You're going to want to stamp this right here in the middle. You guys know I love to conserve cardstock. It's one of my favorite things to do. And this allows me to do that because it's going to be hidden. So I'm like, yeah. And it's going to have like 4 layers on top of it. So it's all good. Now, I got to tell you, I was kind of shocked that Stampin' Up! Made this stamp set in red rubber because it's a little tricky to stamp inside that without it being photopolymer. So that one kind of shocked me. So if you will bear with me, I'm going to have to get right over this thing and try to get this. I did it. Oh, I don't want to make it sound like it's hard, but I just really struggled. And I did, should I start with the greeting and try to put this over it? Well, you can, but you still can't really see. So I don't know. It just one of those things, right? One of those things. Okay, let's go ahead and bring in the dies. And I love this one with the little stitching on it. I'm going to move this out of my way because I'm going to bring in, you know what? I think we can do our mini machine for this one. It's time to bring in the baby machine. I need some plates. So we're going to take plate 1 and plate 2. Let's get our die all lined up. And okay, I have to tell you guys, it's a 2 cup of coffee day. Maybe it shouldn't be a 2 cup of coffee day when I have to do die cutting. There's your tip of the day. Don't drink too much coffee when you have to do die cutting. So I better use a little piece of Post-it tape there so it doesn't, I don't.
Connie?
Yes.
What is this too much coffee? Well, I don't get this concept.
Yeah, well, you know, when the jitters start, I can definitely get the concept. Okay, friends, but I get it, Bren. Now, when Brenda and I are together, it's like a 5 cup of coffee day, but guess what? We don't care. We really don't. Okay, let me move my machine out of the way. And then what we're going to do is we're going to save this because we're going to use it here in a minute. No, I guess I'm going to go ahead and do it now. So I'm going to adhere a piece of basic white. This one is a 3.5 by 3.5. So I'm just going to get just a little bit of adhesive, okay? Just enough to allow me to center that up, okay? See, that's what I said. No one's going to see it. On top of that, we're going to take a piece of Secret C, and this is a 3 1/4 by 3 1/4. Guys, I just yeah.
I have a comment here wondering if Secret C is worth it. I would say absolutely hands down too.
Yes, it's my favorite blue. And I mean, every demonstrator out there, we're all going crazy for it. We really are. So once we have that, we're going to go ahead. Now we can add this to the front of our card. And there's no right or wrong here, but I'm kind of centering it up there on the sides. Okay, that is the beginning of the card. Let's move on to the pinwheel, shall we? So you're going to use your favorite designer series paper. I love boho. It's just like such a fun thing. This is just a piece of 6 by 6. I'm going to bring in, I think I'm going to bring in my paper trimmer because we're going to score this and we want to kind of score it lightly. So let's use this side just to make it a little bit easier for you to see. Friends, we are going to score at 1.5 inches on all 4 sides. And I'm scoring kind of lightly. All right. I don't want to press too hard because we're going to have to do some trimming. And sometimes when I do the trimming, I'd rather have light score lines than deep ones. You can use your Simply Scored board, but if you do, just try to score lightly. All right, friends, 1.5 inches on all 4 sides. These squares that are here in the corner, these are the ones we need to cut off. And you can hand cut them. In fact, I'll do it both ways. All right, I'm going to do it both ways. So I'm going to cut down to 1.5. Do it this way, rotate it around, and cut off at 1.5. I want you to save these, okay? We're going to be using these, but that way we're just going to cut off that little corner. So I'm going to do this again here. Cut down to 1.5. And like I said, the other 2, I'll just cut by hand. It's just, I wanted you guys to see, because I know not everyone is super comfortable with cutting by hand. So let me grab some scissors. So I'm going to leave that one up to you. And I know it can be kind of hard to, I scored lightly and I got to get my paper in just the right light. These bright lights, there's just bright lights everywhere. So it's not a huge amount to hand cut, so whatever you are most comfortable with. Okay. We have that. We only need to hold on to 2 of those, okay? Friends, let's do some folding with our remaining pieces. Decide what pattern you want to be on the inside. So I want this petal pink to be on the inside. So I've got those folded. Here is how you make the pinwheel. You're going to flip it over. So this is whatever side you want to be on the outside. We're going to start in the upper right corner. And you are going to fold that down till it hits the score line. You don't need to bring out, your paper trimmer, scoring, or anything like that. It's all good. But we're just taking this, fold it down to that score line. And you're notice I just keep using the upper right corner. Okay. So that makes it really easy. Hey, if you guys like diagrams, I do have diagrams for my Fun Fold friends and my Fancy Fold fanatics. So if diagrams are your jam, be sure to go check out the YouTube membership. And by the way, those diagrams, you get diagrams for every video. Okay, that is, I'm going to go ahead and kind of fold this up. And you see that's just going to tuck in. So that's your pinwheel. All right, that's pretty cool. But let's go ahead and do some decorating on the inside before we add this to our card, shall we? I have got a piece of basic white. And it is a 2 7/8 by 2 7/8. I just don't think I could get a 3 by 3 in there. So I just cut it down a little tiny bit. I'm going to add this. I'm not going to do any stamping on this one. It's going to go right inside my pinwheel. Now, these little pieces, see, I said, let's have some fun with these. So I'm going to choose my favorite one. I think I'll put this one face up. And I want to do that in a diamond. Okay, and that's going to go right there. This little piece, I'm going to add this way. And we're going to stamp in the center. And by the way, if when you cut this, you don't have something straight, cut it down. It's fine. Just make it a square. Whatever you do, just make it a square. Consider this a paper hug. And by the way, if you mess up, you got 2 more. Remember, you cut off 4. All right, let's add this. I'm having adhesive issues today. All right. I just put a new refill in there. So, okay, we have this. Let's bring in our card. And so to fold this, it doesn't matter where you start, but you're going to fold down and go clockwise or counterclockwise, whatever you want to do. Let's go clockwise. But you notice we're just doing this. And then you're going to take the last one and tuck it in the classic little box fold. We will add this. I'm going to go a little heavy on the adhesive because they're going to be pulling on this. So I want to make sure it's good. Oh no, I got to make sure which way is up. There we go. I have that greeting in there. I don't want it to be upside down or sideways. Okay, let's bring in that adorable little greeting for the front, and then we'll do a little stamping on the inside. These dies, I love this. Look, it's like it's got a little home for my Stampin' Dimensionals. It's like they were just meant to go there. So we'll add dimensionals there. I'm going to get a couple here in the center. The dimension, I think, really gives it a lot, don't you? Okay. Let's get last one. And we're going to add that here at the bottom. Let's do a little stamping on the inside. I've got a piece of petal pink that is 4 by 5 1/4, just to give it a little more color inside. Okay, we'll add that there. I have got a piece of basic white. This is a 3 3 3/4 by 5. We're going to come back in with our secret C. It's a wonderful day to celebrate you. And those that you were asking about Secret C, I mean, look at that pop. Ooh, I love it. Now, Night of Navy is a great color too, but Secret C is just like a bluish black, and I just think it is stunning. So I'm going to give you guys a tip today. It's time for a new blade in my paper trimmer. Not the one here. I just replaced that one, but my one over by my crafty desk. I keep these sanding blocks. So whenever you get that, look, now it's like nice and clean. So there's your little tip of the day. I love sanding blocks. I think I just picked them up on Amazon. I think you get like a dozen of them, but that's okay. You'll find lots of different uses for them. We're going to add that to the inside of our card. Then we're going to bring in, these are the frosted iridescent dots. Ooh, sparkly. And I'm going to take some of these kind of iridescent-y clear ones. We're just going to, we got to give it a little something, right? We'll just put those right there on the end. Friends, that is your Pinwheel card. And now when the recipient gets it, consider this a paper hug. Yeah, and it's just really, really easy for them to fold back up. As long as you know how to fold, do the box fold, you're good to go. All right, I want to share another one with you, a birthday one. So if you'll give me a second to clean up. Christina, are you ready to go? Oh, you're muted, my sweet girl.
I can be ready to go. Let's do it.
I'm going to get
Sarah, we want to take a second. We're going to rewind this video because last time I clicked it, it was fully ready to go. But my computer just doesn't do anything I ask it to do. It's just a silly little device. It can't be expected to use things like the internet. And it's just not going to work at all, is it? Isn't that so fun? There we go. Come on. Rewind all the way. All the way. What? No. What? No. It says, I'll go back a second, and that's all you're getting. Come on, jeepers. Okay, here we go. Yay! We want to thank our Simply Simple supporters. We love you guys and your support that you give to us. We love our fun fold friends. You guys get our special happy hour live. You get our downloads with the measurements and the diagrams. We love getting to hang out with you guys. And then we, of course, have our fancy fold fanatics, and they get our full written tutorials. And they get our special social hour before happy hour. So we love getting to hang out and chat with them. And we just love all of our members. You guys are the best.
Absolutely. Yeah, our members are absolutely, there we go. They are the best. We have a lot of fun over on the membership. And like I said, we've got the diagrams and written tutorials. There's all kinds of fun stuff waiting for you guys there. But we're ready. Thank you. And thank you for just giving me that time that allows me to move all my stamps around so I can create our next card. So this one is our birthday card, and we're going to create it with you in mind. So let's jump in with this one. And here, like I said, on the inside, we've got a little fun best wishes. Got a couple little tricks for you guys on this one. To save some time, I did a little bit in advance. So I've got a flirty flamingo that is 11 inches by 4 1/4, scored at 5 1/2. I went ahead and added my inside piece. This is Berry Burst, 4 by 5 1/4. And again, I'm just kind of saving some time. And so this is a piece of Berry Burst that is 4 1/4 by 1 1/2. Remember at the beginning when I told you whatever piece you put back here, use your scraps. That's what I did. I had a whole bunch of scraps that were 1 1/2 inches. And I'm like, great, it's going to be 1 1/2 inches. So I'm going to go ahead and kind of do some quickie little layers here. Just like before, this basic white is a 3 1/2 by 3 1/2. And we'll add that here. I've got Darling Duckling. And I'm going to adhere that one. This is a 3 1/4 by 3 1/4. And that will go right there. And you don't have to do the 3 layers. I just kind of like it. And now we're going to let's do our paper. So I'm using the, what is this called? Beautiful Bokeh. And I'm choosing, it's kind of it's the Calypso Coral, but I thought it looked really, really pretty with the flirty flamingo. I'll get it. I went ahead and did that scoring. All right. So I've already done the scoring. Remember that was 1 1/2 inches on all 4 sides. Let's do some quick cutting. Hi, Diane. I'm so glad you're joining us. And Kathleen says her dog is watching with her. Oh, I love that. Speaking of dogs, my grand dog, it's her gotcha day. Christina got Chewy 7 years ago. Guess what, guys? She's now 18 years old.
You know, when you adopt an 11-year-old dog, you don't anticipate getting 7 whole years.
Yeah.
But she can't see or hear anymore, but she's just a happy little bebopping pup.
Yep. She's a little on the incontinent side, but we still love her.
She wears her diapers and she's great.
She's got her little doggy depends and she's doing good. She's just a happy little thing. She just keeps going. All right. So guys, I went ahead and just cut those. By the way, we're not going to use these, but you can see it really is not a difficult thing to cut. So remember the key is, well, first, let's crease all our score lines. So this is going to be the inside of my card. And we're going to give these a little crease. And remember, this was the key, is you got to flip it over. And then you're going to take the left hand, I'm sorry, I know my left from right, the right hand corner, and just fold it down to this score line. All right. And I'm telling you, these go really, really quick. I think this would make a great kid's birthday invitation too. But here's the thing. You guys, I'm like 50, I don't know, 50 some years old, 50, I don't know, 58. I don't know. I always forget, but I love pinwheels. I still get excited when I see a pinwheel. And if I'm at like a store and I see pinwheels, I have to blow on it. They are my favorite. And by the way, how many of you called them whirligigs? Anyone else call them whirligigs? Everybody kind of has their own. Okay. So remember, boop, 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 and boop. And, ooh, this is a good thing for me to show you. Do you see how it kind of got a little crimpy there? It kind of smashed. That can happen. And all you're going to do is that means you just needed to trim away a little bit more. So as long as everything folds, yep. And see, now I'm not hitting that edge. And of course we'll tuck, but we're not going to do that because we got to do some stamping. I have a 3 by 4 inch piece of white cardstock. And I decided, hey, let's use some dies. You saw my first card, no dies needed. I cut it down 2 7/8 by 2 7/8. But Stylish Shapes has a great little square here. And I'm going to die cut that from one side because I'm going to use the rest of this. Okay. Now, through the magic of television, I did that. So there is where I'm going to stamp my message. And we have this left over. We're going to use that. So let me bring in some scratch paper here so I can do some stamping. And we're going to stamp in Berry Burst and Darling Duckling. So let's start. I'm missing a stamp.
Hey, Connie.
Yeah.
Can you tell it's M. Harrington what tool you use for your jewel dots?
Oh, this is the take your pick tool. And I think this is one of the add-on pieces. Yeah, it is. Can you see? I love the little hook end. This is one of the add-on pieces, but there is a paper piercer tool as well. Why can I not get that back on? Let's try that again. There's little notches that I'm trying to line up. There we go. And it twists on, but that's it's sharp as heck. But yeah, it's just the take your pick tool. This is like the most awesome tool because it's got all kinds of little attachments. So it's always one of my faves. Let's take our best wishes and we're going to stamp it at an angle. You guys know I love to stamp at angles because then I don't have to worry about getting it straight. Ooh, time to re-ink a Berry Burst ink pad. All right, let's come in with Darling Duckling. Have you noticed we don't know what we need to re-ink our ink pad until we stamp something? All right, so in Darling Duckling, we are going to stamp this cute flower that also comes in the With You in Mind. That looks great. Let me set that aside because we're going to take, this is for the inside of our card. And, well, Berry Burst, maybe I hope I can get enough juice out of you. But I'll have to make sure I get that re-inked. Okay. Happy birthday. We will stamp that. This is for the inside of our card, by the way. Okay. Let me get my card base because we're going to stamp that down here at the bottom as well in the Berry Burst. All right. Now, here's where I'm going to get a little creative. Cute, cute, cute little cupcake. I'm inking it up in the Darling Duckling. Yeah, and I told her I had 2 cups of coffee, but all right, I'm just going to kind of give this a quick clean because I'm not sure where I only need the top of this cupcake. I really wish I had re-inked that Berry Burst. We're going to stamp it right there. And we're going to do a quick and easy little fussy cut. So grabbing my scissors, all I need is the icing. Okay. Let's get this out of here. And so and I like to leave a little white border whenever I fussy cut. I just tend to do better when I do. And it really is not a difficult one to fussy cut. And it's going to cover up the icing right here. So I don't really have to worry too much about perfection because it's going to be white on white. So let's see who's chatting with us today. Oh, Jenny says she call them whirly birds. I love that. Yeah, I just, I think it's all based on maybe like the area of the country you're from. We always called them pinwheels, but then at the same time, I think I can remember calling them whirligigs. Whirligigs are those things on top of your roof, right? But I don't know. They still spun around. So, all right. Quickie little fussy cut. Not a big deal at all. We will add that. That way our cupcake is super cute. We can add this to the inside of our card. And then we're going to be able to add our greeting. Where did I put it? Where did I put it? You've got to be kidding me. Does anyone else do this? There it is. I'm telling for me, it's my Stampin' Dimensionals. It's white on a white table. I can never find them. All right, let's add this to the inside, and it fits perfect. That's why I liked that I could use the dies. I love that little extra stitching, but I wanted you guys to see it's an optional thing. So we're going to fold our pieces in. Remember, clockwise, counterclockwise, either way works for you. There's my pinwheel. Let me make sure I know which way is up. Best wishes. There we go. All right. You know, I could have always added the pinwheel and then added my greeting inside. All right, friends. Checking again. All right. Now I'm going to tell you something. There's my card. Super cute, right? We've got our greeting here. I did this. So let me close this one back up. I don't know if I'm crazy about it. Okay? I need to hear from you. Tuck in there. I added the same dots, okay? The frosted iridescent dots, and I added them all around. You know, sometimes we do things and then we're going, well, I don't know if I'm crazy about it. So what do you guys think? I want to hear from you because sometimes we just need to hear from other people. See, that's what a good ink pad looks like. I just did not realize that it was looking a little bad. But, we cover up everything, so it's all good. I'll find a way to cover that up. But what do you guys think? Okay. Bren says she likes them. Yeah. Anyway, so I think I'm just going to leave it alone. So you guys, you do you. If you like them. Oh, no, I lost one. Oh, no, that's exactly what I did. 2, 2, 2, and 2. I thought, I just kind of get creative. You know what? Let's do this. Maybe I thought that many was just too many. What if we just put them here on the corners? Let's see what that does. But sometimes we add embellishments and then we sit back and go, I don't know. Let's try to just add 4. Maybe. I think I like that better. What do you guys think? I think I like this one better. Okay. Every bit too many dots, Lori says. Yeah, I think so too. After I got it done, I was like, I think this looks much better. But it also kind of helps them, the dots kind of draw you in. I think it's going to be pretty obvious to people that this is going to open. Let me go ahead and bring in my first card and let you guys kind of take a look. And Vicky says much better. I'm with you, Vicky. And like I said, you know how it is. We create, and sometimes, how many times have we said, oh, I think it needs a little more, and we've gone one step too far? Yeah, I think that was one. I think I just took it one step too far. All right, friends, that is how to create a simple pinwheel card, right? But then Tammy says, I like it. Oh, she liked it best without the dots. Great. I love that. The one on the left is the best one. Yeah. I think so too. If anything, I like that, but you could leave the dots off. There's no dots on this one. Friends, get creative with that designer series paper that you have and see what you can create. Have some fun with it. By the way, since this is a brand new kind of folding technique, do yourself a favor. Grab a piece of copy paper. Practice with a 6x6 piece of copy paper and give that a try. Get comfortable with it. It's not hard, but I know sometimes with a unique fun fold, I always do better if I practice with a piece of copy paper first. So, Vicky says those are fun cards and I am definitely going to try those. She's going to case those. Lori says love both cards. They're both adorable. Less is best. I know.
Connie?
Sometimes go one step too far. Yes.
Can we see next week's cards?
Well, we can't. There are no cards next week.
What are we doing next week?
Well, let me get everybody on here. So next week, the three of us actually, we're going to be in Las Vegas for the Stampin' Up! Backstage. No?
Nope, that's the next
You're
week.
a week ahead.
You're a week ahead of yourself.
Yeah, we do. We have a Christmas card next Thursday, and then the following week we go to Vegas. I was like, I feel like I made a post for next week. Yeah, no, we're a week ahead.
Friends, I'm sorry.
It's
I
okay.
have the cards for next week. Why did I think we were in Vegas next week?
Because November starts, but it's the
I
second
guess
week of
so.
November we go to Vegas.
Okay, well, I do have cool cards. I'll tell you what, I can show them to you. So let me clear this, and I'm going to show you, my friends. I guess I've been just doing that like crazy, you know. Always
Time
kind
is
of forgetting
weird.
what day of the week. I know. Here we go. So this is what we are creating next week. These are, what am I calling these? My flip flap fun fold. Ready? Boop. I know you're going to think that is a difficult card, guys. That's the cardstock it uses. Okay, that's it. And we're just going to do some simple scores and some simple cuts, and then I got a Christmas version. My friend Nancy got me excited about this stamp set. This is the warm sweater, I believe is the name of the stamp set. We got a fun little Christmas card, and look at that. That, like I said, that's the size of the cardstock right there. So you don't need a lot to do this one. And Gail says Connie loves her coffee. Absolutely. And yeah, I guess I'm just moving this week right along. We are going to create these next week. That'll be October 6th. Does that sound right? October. How about November? Guys, I'm losing it. It's November. Is that the 6th? Oh, Bren, you're muted.
Yes.
Oh, there we go. Anyway, whatever next Thursday is.
I was just looking at my calendar.
Okay,
the 6th, yes.
The 6th. Okay. I promise. I really do have my act together. I've been doing that. Okay, so my husband's having some eye surgery, and I keep going, no, that's not next week. That's the next week. And he goes, no, it's next week. And I'm like, oh, there's like all these things going on, lots of things on the calendar, and I just keep getting myself all mixed up.
It's the holiday season.
Huh?
It's the holiday season. We've got all the big holidays coming up. Time is all wibbly wobbly.
Well, and Connie, you work so far ahead that I think you're always looking at the calendar for dates, and that's got to mess you up.
Yep, it does. It does. Okay, well, we will be here next week. I hope you guys will join us next week. But the week after,
we won't be here.
We won't be here, but I have something lined up for you. So it's all good. I've got something for you guys next week. We just won't be live. We won't be live. Oh, Gail, that's so sweet. She says, Connie works hard and we are the beneficiaries. Right, Brenda?
Absolutely.
Thank you. You are so sweet, Gail. I appreciate that. You know, and Brenda's right. I do work way ahead. And so, you know, like I'm starting to work on the cards for December. And, you know, I've got Tuesday tip videos that I got to create and get those ready, you know, early. And it's just how I like to work. I don't like to be scrambling at the last minute trying to get projects or videos up. And then, of course, my YouTube members, we give them stuff early. And so I like to have all that ready for them. So, all right. Well, with that, it's a good time for us to close. Yep. And happy Halloween.
Happy Halloween, everybody.
I hope you have a great one and you have fun little princesses and K-pop demons coming to your house. I hear that's
demon hunters.
Oh, sorry.
Big difference.
I guess so. K-pop demon hunters. I guess that's the big or what are the little monsters called?
I don't know.
Lulu. No.
Oh, Labubu's.
Labubu's. I'm so old. Labubu's.
Yeah. Labubu's.
The Labubu's. Okay.
And then if you have an off-brand one, it's a Lafufu.
A Lafufu? A Lafufu Labubu? Yeah. All right. You guys have a great one. Enjoy some candy for yourself as well. You deserve it. And we'll see you guys next week. See ya. Bye-bye.
Bye.